Hello, hello, as always, everybody.
Hello,
Oops, look
hello,
at that.
as always.
Okay, so not much of a lag today, really excited. But I will let everybody take some time to trickle in. And with that said, just want to get a mic check 1 2 1 2. If you guys could just give me a show of hearts to show me that you can hear me and see me okay, that would be great. Anybody, there's not many people in here right now, so it's like, super intimate. But for the people that are in here, awesome. Thank you so much for showing the hearts. Oh God, it's such a weird, like, because I see it's like 0 and then it like jumps up. Okay, so awesome to have you guys. True to form, I will be doing these live streams Tuesdays and Thursdays. Next week I'm out of town, so there will be no live streams next week. But yeah, either way, I'm coming at you hot for our Tuesday. Oh, yay, finally catching my live. So honored to have you. And for those of you who don't know or have not been seeing my emails or have not been seeing my promos, I'm retiring from coaching. And I've had the doors open these last few weeks to get in on my last coaching program that I'm going to be making available to y'all, which is essentially well, it's at that link. I'll let the link if you guys wanted to check it out. I'm closing the doors to this Thursday night. And this will be the last time I accept one-on-one coaches or I accept private clients. So if this is something you've been waiting on, again, if you haven't seen my emails, you haven't seen my posts, I've just thrown up a second option for installment plans if price was something that has kept you from moving forward before. So again, I pinned the comment at the top. If you guys want to click on that link, it gives you all the information on what our time together would entail. Essentially, once you sign up, you're going to get a link to book a call directly with me. And you and I will do a one-on-one session. We'll do a deep dive into what you've got going on right now. From there, I'm going to give you homework based on what you've got going on right now. Once you finish your homework, I am going to schedule you for a spotlight session where I'm going to watch you and one of my practice girls interact, and we'll get a baseline assessment of what your current interaction patterns look like. And then from there, only after there, do we start the 90-day weekly group coaching program. So we've got a lot of time together, depending on how long it takes for you to go through the homework and really retain all the information based on what you've got going on. And if this is something you finally want to pull the trigger on, I'd be so honored to have you. It's been such an honor meeting all the new clients that have signed up this week. And it just reminded me like why I love doing this, like meeting y'all for the first time, hearing what you've got going on and hearing like how optimistic you guys are. I'm just so honored that you guys chose me. And I can't wait to meet the rest of you. So again, the link is pinned at the top. Let me do this again. I will do another. I'll just copy and paste it. So yeah, wonderful night to you. I think if I was a native speaker, I would take the T-Rex coaching. I don't know what that means, Robert Hoffman. Do you not speak English? Because you write it very well. But either way, today we're going to talk about second chances. And one of my favorite things to kind of encourage clients on when they come to the program is to reconnect with women who they've lost. Women that they were really interested in, and, they dropped the ball way back when before they knew how to do this whole speech to spark arousal thing. So I always encourage clients to go after the ones that got away or, the ones they never heard from again. Because I will tell you right now, We women give second chances away like fun size Snicker bars. And you've probably heard of us women doing it too all the time. Like, oh my God, she's seeing that guy again. Oh my God, I can't believe she's talking to that guy again. Or maybe you've experienced it where you did drop the ball or she did tell you she wasn't interested, and then she's the one that comes back around later. So, show of hands or show of hearts, sorry, show of hearts, how many of you have been in this situation where you did miss out on a girl and you'd want a second chance, or a woman told you she wasn't really feeling it and she's actually the one that came back around? Show of hearts while I take a sip of water. I just want to get it. Okay. Love it. Awesome. I dropped it. I'm kicking myself in the ass. No need to kick ourselves in the ass. But I will say that we give second chances very often, especially to guys whose foot was already in the door. So if you and I were talking, you and I met on a dating app, you and I have known each other for a while. Or we friend zoned you. If there was ever a way where you had your foot in the door, I'm telling you that door is not closed. So today, that's what I want to talk to you guys about is essentially how to reopen that door. So one thing I want to reiterate, which I always encourage, is after you have been rejected, so to speak, or told that she's not that into you, you always have to give it at least 30 days. So if you got rejected yesterday, like you need to fall the fuck back, okay? You need to take at least 30 days. And I'm going to explain why in a little bit, but this is for anybody who's already had 30 days. So, why do we women give second chances? Okay, I'll explain to you why. So, you've heard me say time and time again that we need to do 30-day no contact. And the reason we do 30-day no contact is because we need to give her time to forget why she doesn't want you. And when you're always in her face or you're constantly re engaging, what you're doing is you're re triggering the most recent and most prolific memory she has of you, or the most prolific perspective and experience she has of you, which is as somebody she's not into like that. Does that make sense? Want to check in with y'all. Does that make sense? Show of hearts, why it's so important to back away. Okay, I got a few. Okay, love it. Because again, you're inundating her with stuff that you do not want to be. Yes, back off entirely. I'm very aware that sometimes you guys maybe work together, maybe work with one another. The best you can do is just shut down all friendly communication. You got to talk to her like HR is sitting in the room, okay? You got to talk to her like this is somebody ordering coffee from you at the coffee shop. You don't know this person anymore, okay? You got to treat her like you would treat customer service reading the script, or vice versa. You are reading the script. Yes, nice to meet you. Yes, have a good day. We got to completely eliminate the perspective she has of you. And that does take eliminating contact almost entirely. Again, if you can't eliminate contact almost entirely, then you've got to cease contacting the way you normally do. Does that make sense, guys? Show of hearts. Does that make sense? Okay, got a few. Love it. Okay. All right. So the reason we women give second chances after we've taken some time away. No DMs, nothing. When I say no contact whatsoever, no contact whatsoever. This is a hard line. And a lot of you will be like, oh God, no, I can't live without her. Oh God. And to that, I say we need to explore that. Okay. This chick, like, why would you want a chick who doesn't want you? Yes, I'm from Germany. You make me reconsider. I love how easily, one of my most profound clients from this program was from Germany. Um, No, no, you're fine. I have plenty of clients that English isn't their first language. As long as you know English, like we got you. Okay, sorry. Going back to God, what was I talking about? Yeah, we're not talking to each other at all. The reason we women give second chances, especially after you've ceased existing in our lives, is if you were in our life at all, we at least have one positive memory. We just do. If we had to, if we got to the place where you are liking us, it means you spent enough time with us, right? Or, there was enough of a spark that we had given you a chance somehow, some way. Um, and once the feelings of, yeah, I'm not that into him have subsided, which they will, we women will start remembering again the good things about you. I don't know why this happens, if I'm being honest. It just does. There have been so many dudes, God help me. There have been so many messed up dudes that I've like dated or talked to. And then with enough time, I was like, huh, yeah, no, he seems great. Um, oh God. There was a dude I was talking to who so many red flags, so many red flags, so many red flags. The worst of which was he stormed the Capitol on January 6th. And then he like, fuck me. He came back around years later and I was like, oh, what was so bad about him? Like, this is how crazy chicks are. Okay. Because women, we want love. We want love. We want connection. And if you had any iota of a connection, that means you are in her Rolodex of memory as somebody who is a possibility. Does that make sense, guys? Show hearts. Because we women, we find it way harder and way less believable that we'd find somebody new. We truly, truly do. It's why women hang on so hard because we don't want to believe that our attraction was wasted. We don't want to, we have so much hope for you guys. Like so much hope. So if you guys were actually seeing each other again or really talking, like that gives you so much more like possibility. I will tell you right now, almost every single dude who's hit me back up after at least 30 days of not speaking, I have been like, maybe we can do this again. Okay. And again, I even thought that about January 6th. Oh, bless. That's his name in my phone, January 6th. That's how like crazy women are, but that's how much amnesia we have when it comes to logic and our feelings. If there's any ounce of hope or connection for you at all, once you break away, that hope and that connection is gonna prevail. Okay. So that's why we're so much more inclined to give guys we've already rejected second chances than we are to like meet new dudes. I can't tell you how all of my girlfriends always, always, always go back out with dudes that come back around. I don't know why I mean, I'm explaining why we do this, but we always fucking do this. And I never get tired of seeing clients re-engage girls that have already rejected them because now they're knowing how to speak in a way that creates connections and amplifies it to chemistry. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Every single dude that's come back around trying to get a second chance, I've given them a second chance until they've reminded me why they didn't stand a chance to begin with. Okay. So that's why it's so important if you're going to re engage to know how to re engage and what to do instead so you don't lose her because you lost her for a reason, right? You lost her for a reason. If you don't know, you can have so many, like, and I will tell you, and this is probably going to sound really encouraging. If they re-engage me like a third time, every now and then I'll be like, maybe. And 50% of the time, I give third chances. So, do we have to initiate after 30 days? Yes, you do, if you want to. But here's the thing if in those 30 days you're now realizing, and this is what happens with a lot of my clients, you're now realizing, oh, okay, I wasn't creating connections. I wasn't creating chemistry. Okay, here's how to create connections. Here's how to create chemistry. Okay, let me try creating connections and try creating chemistry with somebody else because I got 30 days before I try this chick out again. I got to practice. And then you start realizing that you're lighting women up like this. And all of a sudden, seeing all these women light up like this, you don't really care about that one anymore, do you? Not really. I will say I have a lot of clients who the one that got away from them will come back on her own. And it happens more often than it takes for the clients to re-engage them, if I'm being honest. They will come back, they'll sense that something's different, and then they actually don't care anymore. They really don't fucking care. They're like, why would I want this chick? She didn't want me. But again, that's what comes from being able to have more options. That's what comes with knowing how to connect with women in ways that really engages us on a level that excites us, right? A lot of you are engaging women in ways that bore us, in ways that freak us out or creep us out, in ways that do nothing for us emotionally. But if you know how to engage us in a way that excites us, you've got us. Okay. And chances are you were not engaging these women in ways that stirred us emotionally. Okay. And that's exactly what we go over in my coaching program, in my Speak to Spark Arousal system. All my clients go through Speak to Spark Arousal, and we essentially train on the Speak to Spark Arousal program. So, yeah, if you know you want to get this handled once and for all, here's the link again. I am not taking any more clients after Thursday night. This is your last chance to work with me on getting this handled before I retire from coaching. Some people have asked, like, if I'm shutting down the channel, if I'm shutting down the business. I'm not leaving the business. It's just that, like, just like you don't need to learn the Pythagorean theorem or the theory of relativity from like Einstein or Pythagoras, you don't need to learn this from me. Okay. Because what I teach is based on universals and scientific facts. It can be taught by other people, no problem. And all my coaches have produced incredible results, all the same as I have. It's just that I'm not going to be doing it anymore. I'm taking a step back to essentially branch off into other things and have more of an overseeing role in this business. So if you want to work with me personally, the Einstein of this all shit, I'll say it right now. Click on that link. I have a new payment plan available. Before it was only a 2-part payment. I've added a 3-part payment. Because again, the guys I've met so far who've jumped on, like y'all, like make me not want to retire from coaching. All of you have just been like so fucking incredible. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the guys who are like, well, fuck, like I just needed an opportunity, Jessica J, and this is it now that I can afford it. So yeah, whoever like needed something like that, just check out that page. It's now available. And yeah, guys, go out and re-engage women, re-engage the shit out of us because we gave you a chance to begin with. There was that hope there. As far as I'm concerned, that's all you needed was your foot in the door. That door is not closed. Re-engage, re-engage, re-engage. I was gonna say you won't be sorry. I'm still gonna be making new videos, even being late to the game. Again, my information is timeless. Like Speak to Spark Arousal, the how-to program for creating connections, creating chemistry. I made that 10, 15 years ago. It is still the bedrock for helping thousands of guys get the lifestyles they want, the options they want, the comfort they want, the effortless communication they want. Not even just women, but across the board. And that's something I never get tired of hearing is like, okay, I actually am making more friends. I have closer relationships at work. I got a promotion. Like I feel better as a person interacting with other people because what I teach is the science of human connection. The science of human connection, the science of human emotion, and the science of attraction. Okay. So yeah, you're late to the game, but none of my stuff is old. Okay. Um, I never want to feel as good as teacher as you when it is about the puss. I will admit, none of my coaches talk about the puss as much as I do. However, when it comes to me coaching, I don't talk about it either. Like I'm always going to talk about like the interactions. Okay. Because that's where everything is. So if you know you want to make this happen for yourself already, check out that link. I'll drop it again. But either way, guys, thank you for being here. Remember, you got 2 days before I close this down for good. And I will see everybody on Thursday. Everybody have a good night. Take care, gentlemen.